Hello everyone, and a special thank you to Brad in Erlanger, Kentucky. This is freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed with quality. I am the hardest working optician in the industry. My name is See More Better, but call me Mo Better, because I'm going to have you seeing Mo Better, looking Mo Better, and show everyone else how I bring that loving feeling back to glasses. And I'm going to show you something new tonight. Brad is getting the Oakley 8149 Pitchman R Carbon and color 03, the polished clear. It comes in one size and a couple colors. I'll have a link in the description below and at the end of this video to go and look at the frame. But he is getting it with the new, longly anticipated, these are the Transitions XTRActive Polarized gray lenses. There's been Transitions and XTRActive Transitions that tint. Polarized block 40%, 30 to 45. Let's try this again. Blocks 30 to 40% more tint than just a regular tinted lens. All right, take 3. They block 30 to 40% more glare than the average tinted lens. So there's two types of sunglass lens. A tinted one where they just take a clear lens, soak it in a hot dye just like doing Easter eggs, and it turns dark. Or there's polarized, which is like a laminate, just like the top of this counter. It is a thin layer that goes across the front surface of the lens that when light hits it, the molecules dance around and line up and become polarized. So it's like Venetian blinds for your eyes. The same way you can skip a stone off of water, light does the same thing. It hits a flat surface and reflects back up. Off of roads, bumpers, windshields, definitely water. Polarized were invented for our U.S. Navy soldiers who were always on the water and the glare was just blinding to them. So they came up with ones. Of course, Ray-Ban made them really popular, you know, with polarized there for the longest time. And it was actually the Polaroid lens company, the film developer, came up with the film to put across the front of the lenses. Now, with this frame, of course, you can get all the original packaging from Oakley, the gift box, the hard shell case, the Oakley cleaning cloth / carrying bag. If you don't want to carry the hard shell case around, you can carry the glasses in the bag, which doubles as a cleaning cloth. The original demo lenses from Oakley, and of course the packets from Zeiss. The right single vision Transitions Poly polarizes their code 1.586. That's the refractive index of polycarbonate. The prescription for the right eye, prescription for the left eye, it says Duravison Platinum Anti-Glare. And of course you're going to get the Zeiss cleaning cloth with that. My own premium microfiber cloth with instructions not only how to care for your frame and lenses, but for the cleaning cloths, all 3 cleaning cloths in your case as well as a selfie request. Brad, I would love to have 2 selfies, one with you indoors showing everyone how clear they are, and then one with you outside when they're activated in the polarized gray. So the Transitions XTRActive Polarized, there was the Transitions Vantage. They got about 70% polarized. This looks really good. This is my first one that I've done. I've tested. I have a polarized lens here that I will show you how dark the polarized lenses will get here. It's almost 100%, much better than the Transitions Vantage that only got to about 70% polarized before. I like this frame so much, I wore it for years myself. Mine's got the Duravison Blue Protect on there because I wanted to try that to see how it was. And I've got the Photo Fusion Blue, and really I should have gone with Duravison Platinum because it has a bluish hue to it that would look great with my Photo Fusion Blue lenses. In fact, let me show you what those look like before I get to his. I'm just turning that on to activate it. But so this Essilor, 2 big main lens companies, Essilor and Zeiss. This lens, Transitions, now Zeiss invented the photochromic lens, which they called Photo Fusion. That's mine. This is what it looks like in the Photo Fusion Blue. Zeiss invented the photochromic lens, sold the technology to other lens companies, Shamir, Hoya, Essilor. Essilor is the biggest giant in the industry right now, in which they rebranded it as Transitions. Zeiss invented anti-glare and sold it to all the lens companies, Essilor, Hoya, Shamir, all of those. Zeiss calls theirs anti-glare coating. Duravison Essilor calls theirs Crizal. Now, this is an Essilor product. How does it have a Zeiss anti-glare coating on there? That's because Zeiss has not invented the Transitions XTRActive Polarized. They've done a lot of inventions in their day, but they just thought there wasn't a big enough market. They stick to what they do. They're not going to try to be every lens for every person. But they negotiated with Essilor to buy, just like they sold them the Transitions technology, the anti-glare technology, they bought the Essilor Transitions XTRActive Gray Polarized, and it doesn't come in green or brown, just the gray for right now because it is such a new technology. This is about 8 months late onto the market, but they kept saying, wait another month, wait another 2 months. Finally, it's the end of the year, the end of December. It is December 29th, as a matter of fact. So you can't get much later in December than that. Well, technically you can by a couple of days. But, so, Essilor sold it to Zeiss, the technology, and to other labs as well. Just like pit crews, racing pit crews. They bounce around going back and forth. But, Zeiss has very deep pockets. They bought the rights to 1 trillion, all right, I'm making up numbers, of these. A lot, all right, more than me and you can buy. Just like Sam's Club, just like Costco, whenever you buy a ton of something, you get a better rate at it. So currently, I offer this lens from Essilor, from Zeiss, by way of Zeiss, for $199. I can get you and I can put any of the Zeiss anti-glare coatings on there. Duravision Chrome, Duravision Silver, Duravision Blue Protect, and Duravision Platinum, which is the nicest, the clearest of all the anti-glare coatings. I have a video out there showing you, well, let me back up for a minute. So, it's $199 for the Transitions XTRActive, which is normally $129. Polarized, which is normally $70. So that's why the two are combined into one lens at $199, which is what most places charge just for a Transitions XTRActive on their own in the regular gray, not to even mention the Polarized gray, which is that much nicer. Then again, Polarized specialized filter is so much better than just a tinted lens, which is what Transitions is. So I can get you the same lens through Essilor, the original manufacturer, for $249. I know that does not make sense. Zeiss does it for $199. Essilor, the inventor of the product, is at $249 because they have to recoup their research and design fees associated with designing that. Zeiss bought a ton of them and is not making much overhead on there. So I can get you the Essilor product from Essilor in about 7 to 10 days for $249, or I can get it for you from Zeiss in 3 to 5 days for $199. Yes, it's $50 less and half the shipping time for Essilor to send it to me versus Zeiss. I know it sounds crazy, but I just wanted to explain that to you. So, again, if you want to spend $50 more, you have the right to put any Crizal anti-glare coating on there. You don't have to put any anti-glare, but you don't buy a Ferrari then ask for cloth seats. You want the leather seats. So if you're going to spend $249 from Essilor, you can go with Crizal Easy, Crizal Rock, Crizal Provencia, Crizal Sapphire. And as I was alluding to, Duravision Platinum is clearer and $40 less, by the way, than Crizal Sapphire. It has the least amount of reflection and the hardest scratch coating and the easiest to keep clean versus Crizal Sapphire. So Essilor is just charges a lot for their lenses. I hate to say that. I was an Essilor man for the first 5 years of this website till I picked up Zeiss, but I'm so happy with the customer service from the labs at Zeiss. The turnaround time, they do everything in-house, including all their mirror coatings, including their flash mirror coatings, which I didn't even know because Essilor only does their flash mirrors in one lab in the United States, and they were shut down for 3 months during COVID. So Essilor was not able to ship any flash mirror lenses that everyone buys from me. I sell a ton of them, but I was able to get them through Zeiss, and the show kept going. The show must go on, and it did. So that's my 2 cents. Mine have returned back to clear now. Let me show you what these look like to go from how clear they are. And again, The Zeiss XTRActive is clearer than the Essilor XTRActive gray. Now the one advantage, Essilor does the XTRActive brown, Zeiss only does the XTRActive gray. Now again, these are the XTRActive polarized gray, but you can just see how clear those are indoors against a white background. And let's go ahead and expose them to a strong burst of ultraviolet light. Now, just like my other videos, it takes 30 to 45 seconds for any photochromic lenses to darken. A little bit longer when you come back inside, 45 seconds to a minute 15. Now, this is important. Everyone pay attention. All photochromic lenses will get dark on day 1 and continue to darken every day for the first couple of weeks they're exposed to the sun. After that, they'll work for years at maximum performance. The only time they won't work is if you're behind the windshield of a car. Your windshield absorbs the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays that would cause your dashboard to crack from sitting in the sun all day, and that's why they don't turn dark in a car. Now, having said that, these XTRActive will get 30 to 50% dark behind a windshield. Now, here's the real test. The reason why you can see if a lens is polarized, you hold another lens that is polarized over it, you should be able to see through it. When you rotate it 90 degrees, it goes pitch black, hence the term polar opposites. This is the Venetian blinds. It's coming through this way, but when you rotate it 90 degrees, it blocks all light. Same on both sides. So the Transitions Vantage would not get black like that, where you could not see through it at all. Where these does show it's now, you know, it's the upper 90s. I don't have the math behind me, but I'm sure it's 95 to 100% polarized. So hats off to Essilor. I wish I could sell them for $50 less like Zeiss is willing to do. But Zeiss admits, hey, if you can't get the technology from us, you might as well just buy it from us. And we'll sell it to you for less than Essilor. I know it's crazy, but those are the times we live in. The new normal, as they say. And I'm going to keep talking so you can see how fast these turn back to clear. And again, I expose these to a strong burst of ultraviolet light, 2 of them. And as I'd say in my videos, all photochromic lenses are temperature sensitive, meaning they will get darker when it's 85 degrees and below than they will when it's 95 and above. But I remind everyone, when it's 100 degrees outside, you're miserable, they're miserable. Nobody or nothing works 100% when it's 100 degrees outside. We all work much better when it cools off. Now, having said that, the XTRActive lenses are designed for XTRActive people who spend extra amounts of time outside and will get darker in hotter weather. So if you live in a state with a hot climate, California, Texas, Louisiana, Florida, or you just want the darkest lens possible, go for I recommend the Zeiss Photo Fusion Extra Gray if you're into the gray lenses. They're both the same price, $129, and the regular Photo Fusion from Zeiss, the gray, brown, green, and blue like I have in my Oakleys, adds $99. The Essilor Transitions is $109 for their regular colors, the gray, brown, and the style colors, the blue, the amethyst, the sapphire, there's an emerald green. Those are at $119, and then the Transitions XTRActive gray or brown or even the green is at $129. Now, if you remember, I mentioned that Essilor does their flash mirrors in one lab. They only do the XTRActive green in one lab in this country, and those lenses can take 2 to 3 weeks to get in. So I can get you the XTRActive green for $129. Just be prepared to wait for, again, 2 to 3 weeks from Essilor. If you want the gray, I can have them from you from Zeiss in 3 to 5 days. They're clearer inside and darker, and if not darker, outside. Now, let's see, as they're returning back to clear, you can now see through the lens. Much more this way, but when I turn it, it gets darker, so it still has retaining a little bit of that polarized feature in the lens. You should not be able to see through this lens as clearly as that one. And now when I reverse it, it's the same thing. So you can see through it somewhat. I can't tell, my arm might be blocking it. You can see through them, but when I return them that way, this one is darker than that one and vice versa. So it's still retaining some of its polarized attributes. But then when it returns back to clear, it's back to its clear state and will not block any of the light. I was testing it earlier. So now this frame does sell for $233, but I can put the Transitions XTRActive into any frame that you want. I can do it single vision. I can do it progressive. The one thing they do not do now, since Zeiss didn't invent it, there is no XTRActive, Polarized, and the Drive Safe lenses that I've done a lot of. I've ordered a pair of these for myself. I just don't know what frame they're going in. I've just ordered a pair of the Drive Safe lenses and progressives for myself. I've just got to figure out a frame to put them in. And of course, as everyone knows, I'm designing my own frames now, my own brands for my Christian eyewear. So I'm probably going to be putting him in one of those frames. And I'll show you those videos when they become available. But and of course, I've met some friends who are also designing frames. I've become friends with other frame designers, and I may rock one of theirs. We'll just have to see. I'll pay tribute to someone else, one of my peers, because again, just like the Tom Brady show coming up, The Man in the Arena, you know, I would love to assist my friends there in the arena with me, designing their small independent opticians, designing their own frames. They have found me, I've found them, and I may just have to rock one of theirs to show support for one of my brethren, one of my peers. So, it's returned back to its almost clear stage. It still has a way to go, but it shows that the Polarized is almost completely gone now. But, Brad, here's the crazy thing I wanted to allude to earlier. Brad, who bought these, lives in Erlanger, Kentucky. The Zeiss lab that these were ordered from come from Hebron, Kentucky. Now that's going to make sense to no one except Brad. Erlanger is here. The Cincinnati airport, which is in Hebron, Kentucky, or excuse me, it's in Erlanger, Kentucky. And then Hebron is right here. So literally the other side of the airport. His lenses went to the airport, flew to me, I'm cutting them, flying them back to the airport, and they will be delivered to Erlanger, Kentucky. So these lenses truly came out of not his backyard, his side yard, his northeast diagonal yard, whatever that is. So what a small world. So I'm actually so very much pleased that the first set of lenses I've done are literally coming right back home to roost with him. So that is it. If you have any questions, go to the Contact Me page of the website. You can call Jigsaw directly. He's my website developer and apprentice at 919-491-2411. It's set up where I get the text as well as he does, but he lets me answer the text messages. He answers all the live calls and the voicemails because I'm just too busy cutting lenses and shipping. But you can also leave a question or comment in the comment section below. I mentioned the cleaning instructions and the photo request, but one more thing you can do, Brad, is now when you make a purchase, you can leave a product review, an honest review about me, the customer service from Jigsaw, from me, answering your questions along the way, like when are these lenses going to become available. I think he first emailed us at September. We said check back at the launch day. They pushed the launch back to November. He emailed us in November. We're like, dude, chill. No, we didn't do that. We're like, okay, they're coming out in December, and they finally did. He got the very first pair I've ever done. He got them before me. I ordered my lenses right after the same day I ordered his. I just don't know what I'm going to put, which frame I'm going to put them in yet. So, plus I'm stalling, or as they say in showbiz, stretch this out, because I want these to return back to clear. But you can leave a product review now. That will encourage everyone when you get these and you love them, which I'm sure you will, the first person in your city or your state to rock these. Because literally, I ordered these the day they came out. We were counting months, then we were counting weeks, and then we were counting days with him. And as soon as the day they were available, we told him, dude, go, hit the fire button, pull the trigger, order the lenses. We'll get them done for you today. I was so excited for him that afterwards I ordered a pair for myself, not even knowing what frame they're going to go into. I just wanted a pair. So, and I got them same way he did, but with my invisible bifocal, and I got the Duravison Platinum Anti-Glare coating as well. So, and by the way, even though I've got the Blue Protect on here, don't worry about that. These lenses block more blue light protection, offer more blue light protection than just the blue light anti-glare. The Transitions XTRActive block 50 to 70% of the harmful blue light emitted from today's electronic devices, such as cell phones, tablets, computer screens, tablets. The Polarized blocks probably even more than that. Not everyone gets a photochromic lens, so they came out with a lens and anti-glare treatment that would block, blue light, but not as much as the natural attributes of a photochromic lens. So you can go with any anti-glare coating you want. If you spend a ton of time in front of the computer, you can still go with Duravison Platinum, Silver, or Chrome if you want to spend the least amount, which is $69. The Duravison Platinum is $99, same as the Blue Protect. Whereas Crizal Sapphire, the equivalent lens from Essilor, as we talked about before, they're more expensive, is at $139. So it's $40 more for Crizal Sapphire, and Duravison Platinum is clearer indoors with the least amount of reflex, which is the residual color that you see when it's moved around. So, but that's it. I'm trying to make sure I covered all the bases. I did. Brad, thank you so much for your patience and for the purchase of the Oakley 8149 Pitchman R Carbon, which I endorse myself. I wore this before. This was the last frame I wore before I started designing my own. And I still, when I go on vacation, I take an extra pair with me in case something happens to mine. You always want to take an old pair of glasses on vacation. Am I stretching this out good enough? Am I? So again, now you can see that all the polarized features are gone. It's returned back to a clear lens. So thank you to everyone who has sent emails over the past year waiting on these. They're finally available. So that's it. By the way, this frame, no screws to ever come loose. They have a ball joint in this hinge. I had an orthopedic surgeon who got a pair of these, said that's the same type of ball joints they are putting in knees and hips now. This is titanium, same as the surgery joints they're putting in. It will never tarnish or corrode. Super high lightweight carbon fiber is the strongest yet lightest weight feature that there is. The keyhole bridge versus what's known as a saddle bridge. Imagine putting a saddle over a horse. This is a keyhole, looks like the old skeleton keys on the old door. It's a stylish kind of vintage look. This is the classic P3 shape. That's the letter P, the numeral 3. That is the shape of these. So vintage styling with the new school technology on old school styling. That carbon fiber is really nice. There's a regular Pitchman that has a metal temple. And of course there's, that's still a Pitchman R. There's the Pitchman Carbon, which is just a regular square that has the metal temple or the carbon fiber. You can get those too. The Pitchman R or the Pitchman Carbon Fiber are also available. So I think I've stretched this enough. I just can't wait till I get my own. But Brad, fist bump to you. I'm not punching. That's the fist bump. Give you some knuckles because you're getting the very first pair that I made. I'm excited for you. Please send me a selfie, 2 of them, one with them clear, one with you outside. Do a product review, let everyone know so they can purchase with confidence that these are 100% polarized and that the worth has been, the weight has been worth the wait. So that's it. I'll quit rambling. I'm gonna go home, eat dinner. I'll get these shipped to you first thing in the morning. And now hopefully, wait, click on the link above. Click on the link to take you to the video, and maybe we can even do a link, jigsaw, wink, wink. We can do a link that will take you to the page that has the Transitions XTRActive Polarized Gray. We'll see if that's doable. And now hopefully everyone else has gotten a chance to see how I bring that loving feeling back to glasses. Thank you.